alright, starting that lesson, alright, with barak, YAHAWAH, barak, YAHAWASHI, alright, and at the time, 41, alright, PM, alright, basically, alright, I could start it at 40, alright, but, I just, was looking and, it came into my mind, alright. My headphone a little bit, F's with me, so, I would start it, alright. But let's see, alright, I got a basically real important topic for you, alright. And it's talking about envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways, alright. So really, alright, F his kingdom, alright, because it's almost over, alright. Let's look this word up, alright. Okay, this is from an unused root, alright. Let's go into another word, alright. This is Proverbs 3 and 31, alright. So really, you don't envy all of his ways, alright, all of his, whatever he has, alright, in his kingdom. He has the narrative, alright, the media, alright, he controls the media, alright, if you have to wear a face mask, alright, you have to do that, even when science proves that, it makes it even worse, alright. Just an example, alright. So of course, you do that, alright. But let's be honest, alright. To be jealous of, to be envious of, to be jealous for, alright. So you don't envy his cores, alright. In most cases, we don't got the cores who, these other nations thrive, alright. I got something for you, alright, because F is cores, man, we got so-called UFOs, alright, and you will drive that in the kingdom, alright, so why you want a car, man, alright, there was even the elder Manatasahu, alright, talked about my next car will be a spaceship, alright, so you of course don't drive only in space with a spaceship, alright. Let's get best movie space. Let's go with UFOs, alright. Top 10. Top 5, alright. Movie, UFOs, alright. Everybody will have his own UFO, alright. Alright, let's check that, alright. These are actually sightings, alright. There are some movies out there, alright. What is, going to show you how
official government explanations even today.
They imagine, alright, our vehicles, alright, our future vehicles, alright, because Jacob and Esau are blessed with future things, alright, and our future things actually things to come, alright, and especially, the technology always, also, alright,
unsubstantiated rumors swirled
because,
that he'd been shot down by aliens, and that his body was covered in strange holes.
You don't have to wear, let's get another example, alright. You maybe had sex and most likely you're not a virgin, alright. And I for myself, I don't remember, alright, wearing once, alright, no condom at all, alright. Not only once, alright. So it's just what it is, alright. Because basically, in the kingdom, alright, you don't have to wear condoms, alright. You can just, pretty much do what you want, alright. Of course, there were times, alright, when, you don't have the condom, but you know what I mean, right? So you better not, if if you don't want it, don't risk it, alright? That's what you're seeing right now, see? So it's everything is defiled, man. Everything is defiled, alright? And best movie, alright? Best movie, UFOs, alright? What's wrong with YouTube, man? Alright? They won't show you, alright? Any kind of alien movies on Netflix, First Contact movies. Best movie, UFO. So they really don't know, alright? So they really don't know because, you know, you see?
Yes! Welcome, my space brethren!
Look what
You
it
must
can,
be
man.
weary from
What
your
it,
travels!
you know,
Please,
what
I
its
have the
abilities, alright? It's just sitting there on the ground, in the sky, alright? It's, you know, it's just real, man, alright? That's what you want, alright?
Yes!
You know,
This is it! I've been chosen!
bringing everything out of anywhere, alright?
You chose
Driving with
wisely. I have much to tell
thousands
you,
of,
my
you know,
Take me.
kilometers per hour,
I believe.
alright? That's what you want, man.
Let me up!
You know, just
What are you
do
waiting
what you
for?
want, alright?
My body is willing. Retrieve it.
Fly where you want, where you want, alright?
Drag him till I'm dead.
You think a car will help you, alright, when the judgment is going down here, alright? Of course not, alright? You have these clashes, so to speak, on the highways, alright? You will come nowhere with a car, alright? You know how Eclipse is, alright? It, you know, maybe it would even be kind of, you know, a snare to you, alright? But you know, I just want to show you, you know, that UFO. You know, the hopeful elect will rely on spiritual powers, alright? You see, because it's starting with believing, alright? Not just, you know, throwing tanks in the air, alright? It's actually a good, you know, a good point, alright? Because just how this chariot looks, alright? Every chariot will have these abilities, alright? Because it will look different, alright? You know, different colors maybe. Even, alright, you had the brother Southern Kingdom warrior, alright? And he saw a chariot with samurai plates on the outside, alright? And, you know, go 4 months, not 4 months, alright, 4 weeks back, alright? If you watch this video arc, alright? I basically made a response to that, alright? Because I went a little bit into, you know, the Shinto, what is the Japanese version of the holy tabernacle, alright? And so on, alright? I think the name is Shinto, alright? And, you know, some of the Japanese are our people, alright? And they will come back, alright? To listening, alright? To listening, alright? Even if they look like them, in some cases, you see? So, you know, that's just an example, alright? There are more UFOs, alright? And, you know, it really looks, you know, kind of cool, alright? So that's what you want, man. But let's get another precept, alright? Because we're talking about the scriptures here, alright? If you envy Esau Edom, alright, in the other nations, alright, you basically envy slavery, alright? And, you know, I'm sorry for you, alright, if you really envy that, alright? Because that's what's coming to them, alright? Let's get, you know, while we are in our blessing, alright? Future things, remember that Esau and Jacob are blessed of future things, alright? What's Esau's kingdom, alright? Esau's blessing, this kingdom, alright? This defiled kingdom, man, what's almost over, alright? You know, you see he sees his own people going against him, alright, and basically he tries to take as many as possible with him, alright. So you envy that? Nah, man, alright. Basically, alright, just remember, alright, even that you're an Israelite, alright, you have to be thankful for that, because it's really easy, alright, to put some Edomite forefather in your family, alright. So that's not what you want, man, alright. You have a million reasons, alright, to be thankful, alright, that first off, you are an Israelite, alright, because, to your forefathers' line, alright, you are of that family, you are of that seed line, that holy seed, alright, that blessed seed, that seed, alright, that is being blessed, alright, by our bahasham, YAHAWASHI, alright, because it goes on forever, man, alright, it's never finished, alright, it's an everlasting kingdom, alright, that's what I'm talking about here, alright. I know thy works, not I know thy works also, but what I'm looking for is but you are rich, alright. But you are rich, alright. So you look really poor now, alright, especially if you are in this truth, alright. But you are rich, alright. Because even some of the 2/3, alright, they think they are insiders, and you are basically outsider. Nah, man, alright, they don't know anything, man. Alright. I can't even put it in words, alright, how outside, alright, of the temple, so to speak, of the holy temple they are, alright. Salakia, but when I talk, I'm a little bit on that Levite, alright, Levite feeling, alright. But this is Luke 6 and so you don't envy that, alright? You don't envy anything, man, alright? But, alright, the knowledge and the wisdom of your brothers, alright? That's what you envy. Even not that, alright? You want it, alright, and you receive it by listening and studying, alright? But that's the only thing, alright, what you could envy in a good, actually in a good case, alright, because you will do, out of fear, you will do your own works, alright, work out your own salvation. That's in the Bible, alright. But if a brother does more videos than you, alright, of course you don't envy him, alright, but you get a little bit of, motivation from it, alright. And that started with, okay, he does, a video, so I'm not envy, but, I'm full of good dogs, alright. That's actually, a good way to envy, alright, because if we go into the word envy, alright, what I actually wanted to do, it goes also, alright, about, actions and what to envy, if you envy, a person or something, alright. So there are actually more meanings of that, of course, alright. A word is not just a word, especially when it comes to, judgment in the spirit of that word, alright. So this is Luke 6 and 24. But who unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation, alright. And it's talking about the other nations, especially Edom, alright. But that's not what I'm looking for here, alright. But you are rich, alright. So this has to be somewhere in the New Testament. Let's go with the witch, alright. 80 times. Let me see. Let's check it out in Google, alright. I think it's better. Alright. But you are witch, alright. KJV. So basically, especially, or, only the elect, alright, of the Israelites, alright, and you have to be an Israelite, alright, are actually the most witches here on the planet, alright. Alright. Okay, so actually it is revelation, alright. It seems to be that way, alright. And 2 and 9. I know thy works and revelation and poverty, but thou art rich, you see. So you are rich, man. And I know the blasphemy, alright, it goes into the fake Jews, alright. Tribe of Amalek, alright, Esau, Edom, alright, so-called white man, woman and child, alright. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, alright, and are not, alright, but are the synagogue of Satan, alright. So, basically, alone the fact, alright, that you are actually, alright, the person who is mentioned here, alright, that is actually, doing the work on the 144% truth, alright, talking about this fake Jews, alright, talking about Esau, Edom, so-called white man, woman and child, alright, talking about slavery for the heathen nations, especially for Esau, Edom, talking about the kingdom is with, let's say, alright, with everyone's seed will receive a nation out of it, alright, the brothers, alright, the elect, alright, a man shall have, more women, alright, thousands of women, thousands upon thousands, alright, a brother shall have, salvation through the so-called UFOs, alright, in the kingdom you of course have also UFOs, alright, by your own, alright, you will have, the law perfectly in your heart, alright, you will have the law perfectly in your mind, you will have the law perfectly in your actions, alright, you will have brothers around you that basically have the same heart, because he will give us a new heart, alright, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and if Native Americans are the true Israelites according to the Bible, not what, people think, alright, or have in their heart, alright, because the heart is deceiving, alright, above all, alright, so the most wicked thing, alright, about a person is actually the heart, alright, and there are more scriptures about it, alright, and that's actually, the point of it, you see, because actually you are the most witches out here, alright, without even, you have it coming, alright, so that's what you want, man, alright, and I say it again, alright, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI can easily put, some Edomite, or some heathen, alright, some, let's say, Japhet, alright, some Japhet forefather in your family, alright. Nah, man, alright, that's not what you want, alright. It's easy for him, alright, it's easy, alright. You better declare yourself blessed, alright, that it's not that way, alright. You better, man. Alright. Because guess what, alright? What they have coming is slavery, alright? Alright, let's get another one, alright? UFO. Alright. Movies about UFOs and aliens you need to see. Actually, I want to see a UFO. Something like that, man. And if you watch my one of my last videos, alright, it goes into the three-corner UFO, alright, and it's one of the most, the most nicest, I have seen, alright. Check that out. It's actually a sighting, alright, so it's actually real. Sitting on the sky, man, alright, on the clouds, alright, on the air, alright, on the thin air, alright. That's VIP, man, alright. Look at the, just look at the form, alright. So you really think, alright, that course not, man. Alright, you will see a chariot coming. Alright, you will see brothers flying. Alright, but mostly because it's actually very comfortable. Alright, in these chariots. Alright, and you will have houses in some chariots. Alright, it's possible. Alright, because we will break the laws of physics. Alright, so you have a little chariot. Alright, and actually if you go inside something, alright, it can actually be very well, alright, that there's way more space in it, alright, something like that, everything can be, man, alright, everything, alright, because YAHAWASHI, alright, for him is everything possible, alright, not for us, alright, but to him, alright, not for us, alright, say that again, spiritual powers are not of our own, alright, our own, power, alright, or carnality, alright, because our righteousness is as filthy rags also, alright, in this flesh at the moment, alright, but it's of YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, alright, you see, alright, that's basically the point of the lesson, but, let's get another one. Let's get Proverbs, alright, 14 and 30. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy the rottenness of the bones, alright. You're really seeing yourself, alright, getting worse and worse, alright, waxing worse and worse if you envy, alright. Even only something, alright, of the other nations of Esau, Edom especially, alright. See? Alright. Because what? Alright. Let not thine heart envy sinners, alright, but thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long. Alright, because we don't walk by the flesh, alright, we walk by the spirit. Alright, we don't walk by the two thirds, alright, thinking that they're insiders, alright, when they're actually the most outsiders of the outsiders, alright, because even the heathen know more sometimes, alright. Proverbs 27 and 4. Wrath is cruel, and anger is outrageous, but who is able to stand before envy? Wow, alright. Just imagine how envy, alright, the heathen nations and Esau Edom is, alright, and our blessing, alright, the kingdom to come, alright, and our heritage, alright. And what I read, in notification box, alright, a brother from GMS, uploaded a video about, they know about Deuteronomy 28, see, when they, basically started the whole slavery thing, alright. See, and I think it's talking about it, alright, and when I watch it, I think it will talk about it, alright. Because when we talk about they, alright, we're talking about the heathen nations, and especially so Edom, so-called white man, woman, and child, alright. Isaiah 26 and 11. Lord YAHAWAH, Hashem YAHAWASHI, when thy hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they shall see, and be ashamed for their envy at the people. See, the fire of thine enemies shall devour them. See, so the two thirds, alright. The two thirds, man, alright. I just say, query your steps, man, alright. You don't know, let's say, for example, where this jaguar came from, alright. You don't know where this panther came from, alright. But he was there, alright. And he devoured the two thirds, alright. Because he don't repent it, He scoffed against the elect, the hopeful elect, you see. Nah, man, alright. So we really don't know what's wrong with these people, alright. But guess what? A brother, received a vision about the two thirds and about the ancient, provocators, alright, the ancient agents, you see. Everybody's back, man, alright. You have Rocket Malone, what I believe is, he's an Amalekite, alright, Deuteronomy, Leviticus, alright, he has war against Amalek, from generation to generation. Why is that? Because, of course, they will come back from generation to generation, alright, they're not, somehow, not no more on this earth, alright. It's actually the same people what Revelation, what we've read, alright, is talking about, alright, in the first place. You know, there are more heathens that pretend to be us, alright, but, you know, the truth is even out, alright. You know, they are all back, man, to reincarnation. Look at my channel, alright, playlists, or just to the video side, alright, you will see more videos about reincarnation. And it's already proven, alright, and of course you will have Amalek talking against that, alright, and the heathens. Because what, alright? They just, you know, they just dare to do that, alright? And they will never agree with you, alright? Because what? They are envy, man. Who will stand against envy, man? Alright? Shall I read it again? I don't have to, man. Alright? And that's the whole reason why he is doing that, you see? Alright? Look at it spiritual, man. Alright? Of course he will not agree with you on that. See? Because he's envy, man. Alright? Because of his blessing, alright? Because Amalek is also of Esau, Edom, so-called white man, woman, child, alright? And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing where his father blessed him, alright? Not his mother or something, alright? His father blessed him, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then it will say my brother Jacob, right? So if you're not of that seed, Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel, YAHAWAH, of course you have no blessing, alright? The blessing, what all is pretty much about, alright? Because this whole earth was created for the elect will, alright? Let's get some scriptures of the heart, alright? Because the heart is moving these people, alright, to come against us. The heart is moving that people, alright, the two thirds to come against us, alright, to scoff against us, alright. The heart is moving even people, alright, to go on these riots, alright, when they see even Esau, Edom, alright, alright, as an agent, alright, being around them and, you know, doing just the same thing, alright, to even, you know, it's obvious, man, alright, you don't even have to go out on a riot if you're an Israelite, alright, because they will do that, on their own, alright, because they want to pretty much bring in that over the microchip, alright, and the elect is seeing that, alright, we saw it already 30 years ago, alright, it's just about the microchip, alright, you really think it's, even necessary, alright, to, sometimes even to be informated with these things, alright, when it's not about the missiles that will hit America, Babylon the Great, and they offer the microchip, alright, starting with that vaccines, alright, because of course you don't take that, alright. It's all to the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, alright. And he knows that also, alright? So who are you, alright? If you don't, if you basically don't repent. And it really started, alright, at Genesis, alright? When the earth was created, alright? Of his heart was only evil continually, alright? It really started, when I'm scrolling through the scriptures, man, it's all before the flood, alright? Where only Noah and his family was rescued, alright? It's all before the flood, man, alright? But, let's get it, at least one. Deceive, right? Deceive. Salahi, alright. I will go to KJV. Alright. Jeremiah 17 and 9. The heart is more deceitful, alright, than all else, and is spiritually sick. Who can understand it? Alright, nobody but YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. Alright, but what? Guess what? Alright, he knows your heart better than yourself. Alright, way better than yourself, alright? Alright, check that, alright? You know, the most wicked, you know, on this planet are actually the women, according to that, alright, because they pretty much, you know, think of their heart higher than above, you know, everything else, alright, because they mostly working through emotions, alright. That's just how they are created, alright, because guess what, alright, she that is my enemy shall see it, alright, when she's trodden down in the streets, alright, in the street corners, alright, where nobody will see her, alright. You see? And that's talking about the Israelitish woman, alright, because she basically, you know, thinks that she is, you know, above the hopeful elect's world, alright, because we don't, you know, we don't even talk about ourselves, alright. The only thing what we are about is the word, alright. So that shows you that she's actually against the word, against YAHAWASHI, alright. That is why he is against her, alright. That's why she's her, you know, her biggest enemy, alright. And she's also in league with Satan, alright, the so-called white man, woman and child, alright. Alright, let's check that, alright. Proverbs 22:7, alright. For as he thinks within himself, so is he, alright. He says to you, eat and drink, but his heart is not with you. Alright, you see. If you say, see, we did not know this, does he not consider it who waged the hearts, alright? So he even wages the hearts, man, alright? And does he know, and does he not know it, alright, who keeps your soul? And he will not render to man according to his work, alright? So that shows you that really it's about the work, alright, and it's about the belief what, you know, it started, alright, before you put it in the work, you see. So it's not about your heart, alright, or your dogs, alright, or your opinion, alright. Nah, man, alright. It's about the only, you know, existing will of YAHAWASHI and about his power, alright. So basically, it can pretty much be that verse what I was looking for, alright, but it's not the King James version, alright, because this seems to be Jeremiah 79, alright. Let's check that in the King James version. Alright. So it really sounds different, alright. So it has to be some other version, alright, I would say. Like Jeremiah 17. And what was it? 6? 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately. Amen. Alright. Wicked. Who can know it? So you know, even your own mind, alright, your own, you know, little computer called brain, alright, what YAHAWASHI has created. Alright, it works just like a computer, alright, but we don't even use, you know, most likely, 10%, alright, what the abilities of it. Alright, and we will have the full ability, alright, in the kingdom, alright, but, you know, he will give us that power, alright, and there are more things, alright, what Esau can show you to his technology, alright, because he don't even understands, you know, simple things, alright, on this earth and in the heavens, alright, because there are more heavens, alright, so you think, you know, that he will understand even something a little bit what's coming to the Israelites? Of course not, man. Alright. Simple, man. Alright. Simple understanding here because, you know, it all goes into the wicked heart, alright? Basically the reason, alright, why you don't envy your oppressors, alright? I just skipped them notifications because I actually watch it on my laptop, alright? So don't think, I'm just skipping the videos, that's basically the point of the lesson, alright? And with that, barak YAHAWAH, bahasham YAHAWASHI, alright? Yahawa bahasham YAHAWASHI, iwa tayak, zakwan bahayata zabar kamaha, lahama, kwam alachayim, alright, seyal, yakwab, shakabasari, wainash, hakwana, alright? Quadash, gawayam, taza. Alright, basically it goes into, awake, ancient, and ancestral, alright, so lucky for my English, I'm actually from Germany, alright. Sometimes it's, tongue breaker, you have this all around that Babylon town, alright, but German is also Babylon town, alright. Ancestral elect 144,000, alright, army finish the fight, alright, raise powers, alright, Quam Yashawala, Quam Alachayim, alright, that means raise powers, alright, Babakasha, please, alright, Babakasha, and it goes into punish the wicked, alright, and the envy offspring, alright, that's what I'm talking about, alright, punish the envy offspring, alright, because some of them will help us, alright, some of them, didn't scarf, didn't, whatever, stalk or be Asians or whatever, alright, some of them just, seeing, actually, the so-called UFOs coming, alright, and delivering the elect, alright. Of course, all of them will go into slavery, alright, but blessed is he that, will survive, basically, alright, see? But of course, the end of all is slavery for the heathens, alright, especially so Edom. And, deliver Jacob, alright, deliver Yashuala, alright. And with that, ahdan barakatah, thamyad, alright, bless you Lord always, alright. Shalom to the elect.